Let's see here. Are we rolling? How's everything looking? Cool.
Wait, hold on. Let me figure
Yeah.
this out real quick. Hold on. Do I look like I'm like sinking in the couch right now?
Perfect. All right. Can we start off with the fit? I fuck with the fit.
You already know Wednesday brunch. Go cop that on Instagram right now, man. Come on.
For sure. And the shorts?
Civil regime, #1 on my list, bro.
Fuck yeah. We're here with 404 Frank. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling with the lads right here, having a good time.
Absolutely. So let's just dive in from the beginning. Just like you as a person, like everyday life. What are you into? What's your day-to-day look like?
So that's different every day. I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, man, just like, sports, just regular guy stuff, But I always loved music, like 95.5 The Beat in the car with my mom. Listen like disco, like a little bit of everything, honestly. Metal, rock, Bruce Springsteen with my dad. So I kind of just liked everything music-wise, but I didn't think there was anything I wanted to do with it, right? So I just went, study, got good grades and all of that, make parents happy, went to college. Then actually a couple of years after I got out of college here in Atlanta, just COVID, I was super bored and I was like, I want to produce. So I dabbled in that a little bit, got my DDJ 400, and then really just started spinning more than producing at that point. But yeah, that's kind of how I got to here, though. I mean, I still make music and stuff a little on the side, but I'm trying to really get back into it. So
For sure. What do you do for work?
I'm a nerd, man. I'm a chemical engineer, so I design and sell evaporation plants. So like Georgia Pacific, Domtar, West Rock, stuff like that.
An evaporation what?
Evaporation plant.
What is that?
Basically, it removes water from this suspension of like basically wood chips, and they call it black liquor. Weird stuff.
That's dope.
But I actually use my major every day, so that's pretty chill.
That's fire.
Right.
That's how you know it's a good one. So like, how do you, I guess, like balance like work and life and stuff with the music?
It's tough, man. It's I always see it like this way. You got the pillars of like what makes you happy, right? You got family, friends, work, fun on the side, right?
Yeah.
I can never figure out how to balance all of them, man. So I'm trying.
I feel that.
Just like as long as it's like kind of a healthy balance, that's cool. As long as you got a little bit imbalance, but you're staying healthy and shit. So yeah.
For sure. And how many like I guess like gigs or shows or events have you played in like the last year? Like you took a little bit of a hiatus, right?
Yeah. So I actually had a baby. So I love my girl
Congrats.
Capri. Thank you, man. So I took a little time off and stuff, and I'm just like been itching. I'm ready to get back outside. So trying to make it happen how I can.
For sure. Can you recall like your earliest moments of like production and DJing? Like where were you at? What were you producing? What was the vibe?
So like the first time I produced, I remember like I used to be like a dub head. Like I don't want to say his name, but that guy with the B,
Matt.
Pretty Lights, all those guys, and I don't remember the first house song I heard because I've been heard house at like festivals and stuff, right? But it was more like Martin Garrix type shit. I think it was Fisher, honestly, man. I was like, whoa, okay, this is dope. So I messed with that. So then I remember I was at my 2 places ago in Midtown. Just downloaded Logic and just started screwing around. I was like, whoa, like we can actually do this shit. Like, okay, anybody could do this. So that's really how that started. And like DJing, I remember like, like I'm from here, from Atlanta and stuff. So like people know me, words getting around like, oh, like he DJs, whatever. But like I had never played a gig. Like I didn't know shit. So there was like some like rooftop party. And man, this was probably like 4 years ago or something like that in the summer. So like COVID summer, and played like a 30-minute set. And that was it. And they're like, where's the music for the rest of the party?
Right.
But that's all I knew how to do. So that was really the first time. And then, you know how it works.
For sure. What has been, I guess, like some of the like driving factors for you to kind of come out of that hiatus and really just start like pushing again?
Man, I mean, some of my best friends, like, they DJ, they produce and stuff. And it's just like sitting on the bleachers, man. I want to be on the field. Like, coach put me in, man. So... just like, baby came, got like the initial stuff out of the way. So I got a little time, my free time, I'll be spending it on this. So,
For sure. So you mentioned kind of like the artists and events that kind of got you into it. Who are you kind of listening to now to keep that fire alive?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, like my music taste changed like every day.
Mm.
So I listen to like all types of stuff, like not like just this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, really, it's day to day. I've been getting like big in like UK scene, like garage, like speed
Yeah.
garage. Um, I really came up like DJing tech house, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't even listen to that shit anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really like who's like the thinking motherfuckers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like who's doing something different that no one else is doing, but also it works.
Yeah.
That's what I look for, like forward thinking producers and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, I guess, like the speed garage and kind of UKG scene here in Atlanta?
Man, there isn't one. So yeah, I mean, like me and my homies, like we listen to that stuff, and like some of the gigs we're gonna start playing and whatnot, like things in the works. Like we're gonna try and like push that sound. So y'all watch out. We're about to blast your ears, man, with some sexy shit.
For sure. What's like your favorite equipment? You played this on a XDJ, right?
Yeah, it's an XDJ XZ, but it's like the 2000, so it's like the OG one.
Okay, nice. What's like your dream piece of equipment?
I mean, I love that thing. I'm not gonna lie, but I love the CDJ 2000s, bro. With 4 decks, four CDJs, that would be sick. But this thing is so easy to carry around. You know, I don't gotta plug everything up. So
Yeah.
if I had it, that'd be cool. I'd probably still play on this all the time. So
For sure. I guess speaking of like more kind of industry standards, what are some of the things you see in the scene right now that you love, and what are some of the things you see that you hate?
man, so we'll start a good note. Like things that I love is like this kind of shit, right? Like people like actually like passionate about the music, like. Not just trying to make a quick buck or like get some pictures on Instagram. Like people that actually like fuck with this shit. Like you can go rave, dance, like do all the fun stuff, but the people that are actually like studying that shit, like okay, like you took out the hats like on this fucking offbeat type shit. Those kind of people. That's what I like.
For sure.
And you don't really get that all the time at the clubs. Like it's more like, I mean, you can depending on the vibe and like where you're at, but like. Those like underground, like you buy tickets type events, like stuff like warehouse parties, like that's what I like, man.
For sure. And then
Grimy shit.
grind. Bring the grind. Bring the noise. What's something that's like been pissing you off lately
What's been pissing me off
in the industry? Yeah.
in the industry? I don't know. I've been sitting out for a little bit, right? I think it's I don't know what I want to say. People see something they like and they overdo it. So it makes that thing not as cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying anything like that, but if you see something that's dope, let it do its thing. Don't over push it.
For sure. On that note, what would you say is like the biggest piece of advice for somebody just getting started in the DJ scene?
Be outside. Be outside. That's it. And if you get gigs, that's dope. Go there, fuck up, learn a lesson. Like don't like be like pre-making sets. Like just freestyle that shit and study. Homies playing next to you, or just be outside, man. That's really it.
For sure.
No rhyme or reason to it.
On the topic of fuck ups, can you describe like any event that you just absolutely shit the bed?
I mean, I think the fuck ups, like, everyone fucks up, right? It's like the people that, like, will just get scared and, like, just, like, let it take over control. You know what I mean? So, like, I've definitely, like, loaded a song, like, on the deck that's already playing, like, so the music cuts out, but, like, you can still make that fun. Like, like, yeah, someone will notice, oh, he fucked up. But it's about what you do after that and what you make of it. But biggest time I messed up, I don't think there was, like, one that was, like, that important, like, opening for, like, an artist or something like that, but plenty of times at the clubs. Just, like, during regular club nights type shit.
Yeah.
Too many times.
Can you go down a list of, like, kind of places or events that you've played that you really fuck with?
I mean, shit. So, I mean, like, club sets, like, just, like, regular nights. First place I ever played was Cuckoo. Like, I love that place. Just playing a late night, like 4 or 5 a.m. type shit.
Yeah.
And then for like, like supporting like bigger acts or like closing and stuff, that was Domain all day. That's where I always play. So yeah, rip Domain.
Yeah, R.I.P. So you got a Wednesday brunch shirt on.
Yeah, you
Shout
see.
out Wednesday brunch. So you're kind of tapped in with a lot of different people in the scene that do a little bit of everything, whether it's fashion, music, promoting, stuff like that. Can you dive into all the kind of endeavors you're in, all the hands that you got and stuff?
Man, it's just like we just like get my homies, like, Big Frank, Alex Capola, all those motherfuckers. Man, I don't. It just kind of happens, man. It's like real recognize real type shit, and like we're creative, like we're about the swag, like the music and everything. That's how we link up with like yo, you know what I mean? That's really it. Just like if you're about that, then it will happen.
Yeah.
If you're not, don't try to be. You could try, you know what I'm saying, but don't pretend. I think because that's not real. I think that's really it, man.
Do you have any like production in the works right now?
Man, I got a bunch of songs, man, but it's like we just made that mix. I'm like, wow, I hate that shit. It's just like every single song, you know.
Sure.
I got like one, I think, on Spotify still, but like that's from years ago. It was actually the first song I made. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've been, back in the studio a good bit, past like, month, 2 months, made a couple of good tracks and stuff. So I'm just gonna see like, different vibes and like different like I guess genres that I've been making. What do I like the most? Like not even necessarily like what's the best song, but like what do I feel the best about? And I'm still trying to figure that out.
Gotcha. How do you get over that artist like mentality, like that hump where you're like, this is almost there, but not quite. I need to put it out. Like, how do you get?
I usually just go listen to Future, man.
Whoa.
Just go rip some Future, or walk around, maybe take a walk outside, just get some fucking fresh air or some shit. And yeah, I mean, like Future's my go-to for rap, but like any like a different genre than what you're listening to, someone that you see is like mad creative that like inspires you, like not just a studio but like life type shit. Yeah, right.
I'm so glad, dude. Future is literally like
the best, bro.
Bro,
I've been in a stand since '09, bro.
That's,
right?
Shout out Future.
Sponsor us. Shout out Future,
Do
bro.
something. I
Come
don't
on.
know.
Do something for us, man.
Facts. So, what have you thought about doing music full time?
Shit, I was probably like a year ago, and I mean it's just hard. It's like if you want to make it like full time, like as a DJ, like that shit's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in Atlanta, is like there's like a lot of clubs, but not like you think like Miami, like Space, stuff like that, where you could be like a resident DJ like that and make bread. It's really just like putting out music and shit, and just like I was saying earlier, just like I got some good stuff. I got like probably just like over like 80 songs in my belt, but it's nothing. I just haven't found the vibe that I'm like really going for yet.
Sure.
So like once I figure that out, say what maybe a year, 6 months, 5 years, whenever it is, that's always on the table, man, for sure.
Is there any other events or things that you got to get in the works to kind of realize that? Like, what has to happen in your life for you to say, okay, I'm ready to DJ full time? Like, I'm able to. Is it money? Is it consistency?
I mean, money for sure, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I got stuff I got to pay for, right? Yeah. So I got like my real day job and shit. I would never give that up until like I knew. Yeah. Like, maybe get like a big booking, maybe like 5K or something like that. Yeah. It's like John Summer, bro. He's an accountant, right? And he kept that job until he felt like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna be broke if I quit.
Right.
That be broke for a little bit, that's okay, but like, I gotta make sure like I'm gonna be good.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. What's your biggest flex?
My biggest flex, man. Everything, bro. No, I mean, shit. Everyone wants a DJ, right? And like, I feel like I rip, so like, I would say that's a flex.
Yeah, for sure. And then in terms of like hobbies or like stuff people may not know about you just at a glance, like what's something that you have to tell people that's not like readily apparent by just like meeting you?
That I'm a chemical engineer.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
But I'd be like, I don't like read books. You know what I'm saying? I'll just like read online. Like my reading time is at night, right? So I'm like a night hawk. I don't really sleep that much. But like whatever is like interesting to me that day, or like something I've been like wondering about, shit, I'll be up all night like reading Reddit, like stuff like that. It changes every day. That's what I'm saying. Like I be all over the place. ADHD is hell. So whatever's on that vibe that day, that's what I'll be doing.
For sure. On the topic of travel, where you're pretty well traveled, so like where kind of have you been to? Where do you want to go? Are these places going to be like places you just want to vacation, or do you want to like play any like sets like in other countries and stuff?
That would be tight. I mean, I've been like Europe's like my favorite, right? So like my favorite city like in the world is Paris, right? So I've been over there like 3 times. I mean, Amsterdam, Germany, everywhere, Finland.
Yeah.
So like that's like my favorite place to travel. I've done like South America and stuff too, but like I don't know, something about Europe, man. Yeah. And like especially like dance music there is like really popular. Yeah. So like vacation, yeah, I go there for work a lot too. Probably like at least like once or twice a year. Okay. But shit, I didn't DJ. I really think like that hard like the past couple of times I went. Like COVID came, we don't travel that much. So next time I go, shit, I'm trying to get a gig, man.
Yeah. Do you speak French at all?
I do. Un peu.
Nice. Is there any sort of like venue or like event kind of space here in the city that you really are trying to tap into?
Shit, I mean, honestly, I'm really trying to like just do like this like underground like this type shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I just feel like that's where the vibe's going in Atlanta right now. That's just me talking, you know, but like all the events, like it's not like just a club. You guys, the promoters, like you know everybody. Like this type of shit, like you meet people, make connections, you know, people making clothes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm trying to do for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
What would you say is kind of like up next? You got any like plans, any timeline as to like where your artistry is gonna go in the next maybe 6 months, a year, 3 years?
So as far as like a timeline, I don't like to put a timeline on it because then it starts stressing out, right? So as far as like the artistry and stuff, like that's always a work in progress. But like gigs and stuff like that, there are like you know a good couple of things coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Y'all see on like Instagram, like whatever, maybe it'll already be posted by then. But some dope shit though, for real. Like not even like just club stuff, like this type of shit. Stay tuned.
Freaking tune. And then last question, just like bucket list. Like if everything is going right in your life, like what is like your biggest goal? Like just the farthest out there goal. You don't really think about it too much because it almost seems too big. Like what is that for you?
It's my loftiest goal.
Wow.
Shit, man. I don't know. My biggest goal, honestly, is to be happy and have bread, right? So like, you can't have one without the other, right?
Yeah.
But I would say, as far as like a goal, something that'd be dope. Like, honestly, man, I don't know. Like, play a club space or something like that. That'd be freaking tight. And like, actually, like, have my music like be received by the people if I start like putting stuff out and like kind of make a name like in that space. That's honestly the biggest goal with all this shit. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, just for the art, for having a good time and traveling the world type shit.
Sure. Would you ever want to like DJ in like outer space? Like I'm talking like crazy ass goal.
Fuck
Like,
yeah, man, you kidding me? Of course, but I don't want to be sitting on the space shuttle that long. So if it gets faster, I'm down, man.
yeah, I feel that. Well, I think we learned a lot about 404 Frank. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
And
y'all. Much love.
we're gonna have you sign this giant fucking key.
You got the key to the street.
Where
and
is
then
it?
park right here.
Yeah.
Which one? This side?
Yeah, this side. You gotta make it big too. Huh? Oh shit! While you're doing that, shameless plugs. You gotta just shout out anybody and everybody, people, places, anything you fuck with.
Like a good shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out Private Property. My homies here. Shout out Big Frank. Shout out Alex Capola. Everybody else, you know who you are. I only gotta say your name.
Nice.
Mom, Dad, of course, Capri. I love all y'all.
Wow.
And that's me.
Solid. And that's a wrap. Heck yeah.
Thank you.